If you've ever been in your van or your camper and you've had light in your face at 6 a.m. or absolutely no privacy, well, this video's for you. Today, we're wrapping up the do-it-yourself window covers, and I'll walk you through the process, the materials, and, well, what I would have done differently if I would have done this again. All right. Bashed my knuckle again. We got in a package today, and I'm pretty sure I saw aircraft covers on it, which is who makes the Heatshield. Yeah, they make some aircraft covers and boat covers, and hey, there they are. Ram ProMaster 2500 1426 rare. And right there is some suction cups. Let's see, did we get more suction cups? They're gonna send me. Hey, I hear something. Awesome. All right, so 6 extra suction cups, just like they said they would, so we can put a couple more in these front side windows. Now let's open this baby up and see if we got the right part. Never thought I'd be so excited about window covers. Oh, cool. Yes. Okay. Huh. And these already have the little circles popped out. All right, get all these taken apart, put them in, and I'm going to get these put on. So, I'm going to stop blabbing and put this thing on fast forward. I'll see you guys soon. Now, even though this is boring content, I still like to put it on fast forward, get that time lapse going on so you can see what I'm doing. It's not a hard process, but it definitely takes time, and in all reality, it's a fun, successful, rewarding process. There seems to be a huge sense of accomplishment when I get done with these small little projects. All right, up on the stool. Ooh. Ooh. Yep, that's how good those stick. Give me back my blanket. Sticker facing up so you can read it. Oh. Oh, that does say R1, rear 1, R1, rear 1. So they're both the same part. Perfect. There, that's better. Privacy. Man, I just don't know where to stick this. I'm not happy with how it looks. I guess it doesn't matter. That makes me feel better. Perfect. There. Now I've got some on both sides. I like that. Okay. Cool. Now it's feeling more like home. Privacy all around. I've got stuff that's starting to get in here. My stuff. Starting to go through and find spots for everything. This is cool. Man, it is windy out. Next thing we gotta do is tackle that curtain. Grabbed a few things out of the other van to start moving over here. That's cool. Nice flashlight. Couple pairs of socks and boxers to double check how I'm going to work the overhead storage for all my clothes. I'm thinking these little bags, but I might have to just go direct. It's a nice plastic shelf up there. I feel like the bags will be the best way to organize them, but that's why I'm trying it all out now. I really just need to make sure I can fit enough clothes up there. But I guess no matter what, I know I can fit what I need up there, and then I can throw some extra layers in the back in the garage if I need to. All right, so that's not why I came in here. The reason why I came in here this morning is because now we have the adhesive spray. Now we have the fabric. I have the suction cups and everything else needed to finish my window covers. So currently what I'm going to do is just go around and mark this out, what I want to trim off. And it's really not much. All I'm doing is taking off the corners. That way I can fit it right in there. And then as far as suction cup spots, I want to go, let's see here. Right in here. Right there. Hey, that is close to exactly square. So at this stage, what we're going to do is get these drilled out, cut the sides, put the adhesive spray on, and then put the fabric over top, then the border on, suction cups in, and we're done. Then we'll be completely done with the window covers all the way around. All right, let's get these corners cut before work. That. Two. Right there. Three. Now I can see the 4 holes that I need to get drilled, suction cupped in. Fabric will go on this side. We're out in the shop now with the drill so we don't make a mess. And after the first 2 holes, I can quickly realize that it's better to do this faster. And next time, I'm going to put a piece of tape on it so I can get a little bit smoother of a cut. But this still worked fine. Onto the other side. Drill these right through, and these are going to be for our suction cups. Now, let's line up the fabric. Put it on our Reflectix and trace. We are using a black permanent marker. We're going nice and slow with a soft little line showing the outline. Then we'll go back through and cut it up with some scissors. Perfect. All right, now let's cut. Sorry for the movement, as I didn't even pay attention that my tripod is on the cardboard. But this is pair of scissors number 1. You'll see what I mean. And here is pair of scissors number 2. They weren't working that well either. So then I went and got my special fabric scissors that I use for my Velcro. And well, this shows exactly how important it is to have the right scissors. I literally didn't even have to cut. I could just slice right down across. All right, we'll finish getting this cut up. And then our next step is to iron the creases out. I mean, I guess you don't have to, but I didn't want to put this down with creases in there. So we're just going through and ironing it out. And it's been years since I've touched an iron. Hey, we got it done, and it looks pretty good. Now, onto the border. I'm not a fan of the duct tape, but I do have black Gorilla Tape, and I wanted to see if that worked any better than the duct tape. Plus the black looked pretty good, or I had an idea that it would look good with this gray. And no matter where you look, it's one of the main things that people are using for the edging of these without sewing. But I do have a couple of ideas in my mind to try beyond this. So give us some time. I'll try something new within time. I just want to get the windows covered for now. And at this point, all we're doing is putting some tape at the end and getting one edge on there, just so we have one hold when we start putting on the adhesive, which we're about to do right now. All right, we've got everything cut. We've got the top duct taped to it. That's going to be our border, Daisy. And now what I'm going to do is just shake up this adhesive spray this thing right down, and nicely lay the fabric on top of that, hopefully. I've never used this stuff before, so it'll be a first. Make sure I get all the edges. I'm telling you, when you read the can, it says this stuff dries quick. And I was just paranoid that it was going to dry before I got this fabric on. So from what I thought was going to be a nice, easy, smooth process, turned into a, well, you're watching. I just hope it looks good at the end.
What the hell are you doing?
All right, so now I'm putting it on there. I've got all the adhesive spray on. And this is for my window cover. It's honestly really sticky, a lot more forgiving, and lasts a little bit longer than I'd expected. Hopefully I put enough on. Oh man, it looks like I got some on my knees. All right. Now we'll let that dry, and then we'll put the rest of the duct tape around the outside edges, and we'll be done. And if I like it enough, well, then we'll have to go in and find the suction cups and put those through. And if I like it enough, I'll do it with the other three, because I still have enough fabric. All right, I'll see you in a few. All right, let's discuss this. Today, you saw a bunch of clips throughout the day. And what I was doing was just on my spare time here and there, I was going through and just putting this all together and doing what I needed to, but I couldn't talk to the camera. So I went through and just narrated a little bit for you just to give you a recap. But now I have the fabric on top, the one piece of black duct tape at the end, the Gorilla Glue version, which sticks very well. Right now what I need to do is I need to put the other three sides on this and the four corners, and then I need to go through and put holes through here and mark those so I can put the suction cups through. And I'm just going to X those out so I can put the suction cups through that fabric and just go through and do X's at each one. All right, so recap from this morning. I literally pulled this out of the other van, double checked all the corners. When I double checked that, I marked those corners out with a marker. Came in here, cut those out. Then I ended up putting this down on the fabric, drawing out and tracing the fabric out with a permanent marker. Then trimming that out with that one, I needed a good pair of fabric scissors. So I have my good shears that I use with my Velcro. So I got those. That actually cut it out really quick. I could just zip right down through like you guys saw after my third pair of scissors. So Now I have that all set. I put it on the template, double checked it. Then I taped it off on one corner just so that way it would hold its place. I could have done numerous things with clips or whatnot. I just figured the tape would work. This is my first time doing any of this stuff, guys, so I have no idea. I'm happy with how it looks, but I am seeing that there's a bubble right in the center. So I could have used more adhesive spray, but I honestly have never used that stuff before. It sticks really well. It stuck right to my knee. I accidentally put my knee right down on the cardboard and it got right on my darn pants. So it does work really well. And it dries really, really fast. So I just wasn't sure how much time I had. I honestly almost take this as a challenge though. So I'm probably going to end up pulling out my little smaller ones and doing all three of those as well. Because why not? That'll give us a full interior look. So it all looks the same, all looks pretty uniform, except for my 5 that I purchased there. And so far I'm stoked about this. So enough rambling, let's get it going. Again, I'm going right to this spot. I've got cardboard underneath. And I'm just marking an X in there. Oh, and it doesn't even look like it's going through. Okay, right there. All right. Now that that's done and I've got it fresh in my mind, I'm going to go grab a screw and I'm going to put the screw through there so I can widen that hole. I'm just threading it right through. There. Now you can see it right there and right there. And those where my suction cups are going through. Not bad. Next will be the far sides. Definitely not perfectly straight, but whatever. Nothing's perfect nowadays. Oh. Okay. I guess the biggest irritation about this so far is they're not perfectly straight. I'll figure out a better routine next time. All right, now these corners. Well, I'm definitely not happy with the border. But it looks good. I'm good with that. For the first time, really, I'm gonna go grab those suction cups, get those through, and try this in the van. I just want to be done with this project. Time for the suction cups. And with this, because of the openings and how small they are, I'm actually going to use the ones that I got off from Amazon. I will share links below for all of this stuff. This I actually got right from Walmart. But I'll share it for the Reflectix as well. And then you just have little caps that go on top. Because the ones that come with the heat shields have a very large gauge hole that we just don't need. So these are a lot easier. Find that spot. Just tighten those right on with the threads. Boom. I mean, hey, there's always room for improvement. And we'll see how long it lasts. But this fabric right here, I actually picked up for Miles' curtain last year. And now we're going to use it in Bendy. I don't even know the name for him yet. Her, whatever. There. All right, I want to trim a few pieces off before I go out and use it. And I need to check it out. All right, perfect. Let's go try it out. All right, let's try this. Are you kidding me? That looks sick. I mean, it's not perfect. Man, I am so stoked with that. Yes. All right, I'm gonna bring this inside though for the night so everything can dry as far as the adhesives and cure overnight because it's a little chilly out here. Come on. I am totally stoked about that though. Yes. All right, we've reached the end of the video and I greatly appreciate you all for sticking around. If you like these kind of videos, do me a huge favor, smash that subscribe button and keep on coming back for more. Also, I want to know, what are your thoughts on the materials I used, and what would you have done differently? I really like to hear feedback, always like to dial this stuff in. So thanks for sticking around, hit that subscribe button, and do me a favor, keep on coming back. I'll see you all next week. Bye, everybody.